You've been researching and poring over every online article or post you can because you want to be a doctor and get into medical school. You'd like to get it right. And then you found this video and you're wondering, what will give me that competitive edge? What about getting into medical school on these admissions committees? And what are they really looking for? And you ask, how can I boost my GPA? I hear it's important. What courses should I really take? What major should I declare? Biology, chemistry, psychology, exercise physiology, music, or back to business? The options are endless, and the advice out there is overwhelming at times. But on this channel, this is going to be the physician perspective. I'm Dr. Chad Brands from Mentoring Docs. Thanks for joining. Throughout my career as a physician leader, I've coached many students, just like you, towards successful, rewarding career paths in medicine. From exclusive one-on-one mentoring sessions to topical videos like this one, I'm going to go beyond the typical pre-med or well-meaning family advice. My goal is going to be to cut through all of that chase and give you exactly what you need. Credible, time-tested pre-medical advice that you can start taking action on today. For future doctors, from a doctor. Doctors are all about action. So let's put together a strategic action plan that you can implement to succeed as a pre-med student. We're going to dive in. Here we go. First, you need to set up a meeting on the books, on the scheduling systems, to see physicians in the local community who can inspire you, guide you after watching this video. Those doctors are much further down the winding career path of medicine, and they'll be enthusiastically practicing, seeing and evaluating, diagnosing, treating patients in different specialties. Let's break it down. How would you go about finding a physician or building a network in the community where you can meet with doctors? Well, be creative, resourceful, both in person and online. You need to be the one to take the initiative and reach out for that meeting. No physician's going to do it for you. We all did that as well. Doctors are busy, incredibly busy, but they're also deeply committed to patients and their profession. So, align interests. Everyone, well, almost everyone in medicine likes to work with those who are interested in the specialty that they're in. So you can approach this in a few ways. First, reach out directly. Call. Ask to speak to the physician's practice manager for a busy orthopedic practice. Introduce yourself and indicate that you'd like to spend some time with Dr. Bonecroft in a certain time window when you might just be on break from the university because you're an aspiring pre-medical student really interested in surgery, including orthopedics. Like attracts like. Or find an in through an existing connection. Perhaps you got a family member or a friend who can introduce you to a physician in their network of contacts, and you get to see into Dr. Wright's busy cardiovascular practice at that time of the holiday break or spring break. You're going to be better for it because you've had an opportunity to see medicine up close and personal. I had a colleague recently in a different field who asked if I'd spend a few minutes with her son, who's interested in internal medicine. I said, sure. Let's set it up though. Don't underestimate the power of taking action and making it happen. Some physicians are going to say no, but the right ones are always going to say yes. What does that meeting then look like? It's usually 1 hour maximum in person, not a virtual meeting call, not with patients. That'll come later. Introductions first. This is your time to learn directly from this physician about their specialty, including how that physician got there, how you can be helpful while learning more about the journey, how they can be helpful to you while you're learning more. I've had many of these meetings. The most memorable students did this. Before they arrived, they put on their best professional attire. They did their homework on the physician. They got the physician's information, reviewed their CV or their LinkedIn profile, reading relevant articles or seeing some of the videos that are online where that physician works and what they're involved in. Then they came prepared, right? They personalized the meeting agenda, writing out a few solid and thoughtful questions and talking points. You could tell this was someone as a student, not just reading off a script or doing check the box, high school or college pre-med admissions processes. They really wanted to be there, genuinely, their true authentic selves, printing out a few wonderful resumes without typos that highlighted their experience today, brought those to the meeting, ideally in a nice portfolio, in a professional looking way. You could tell they came prepared. You could tell they cared, comfortable, confident, clear in their communication, introducing themselves, putting their phones away, showed up, plenty of time to be on time, arriving ahead of time, introducing themselves professionally to the whole team out front at the desk, waiting patiently for a few minutes for everyone to put it all together in a busy clinical setting. These standouts were genuinely enthusiastic. Nothing's done without going after it. Energy and drive for enthusiasm. There's a shortage of it in many professions today. So when practicing doctors see it, they recognize it, they know it, and then they have someone special that they can say, wow, this might be a future teammate of mine not too far into the distant future, a colleague who's got the grit and drive and determination, who might even be joining them in the specialty or in their own practice, who's got the drive and determination to get into medical school and through the years of specialty education that are required in graduate medical education. The standout students always thank that receptionist or practice manager for helping them schedule these appointments. They might handwrite a written thank you note. It doesn't have to be in high calligraphy, but they met with someone in person and thanked them. During the holidays, the true standouts might bring culinary treats, something small but important, to know that these small acts of gratitude are going to find their way to the break room, the back room, the bulletin board, the coffee table. The staff are going to be genuinely impressed by a student who's expressing interest in the staff and what they're doing to serve patients. Living life as a grateful person, student, professional. It really matters in healthcare and medicine. We're in the business of serving others in this calling and meeting the needs of many patients who have deep needs each day. Then, also remember, if you're not being the real you, you're really faking it. No one wants to really knowingly interact with a fake. That'll be increasingly true with artificial intelligence. I'll take a real doctor, a real nurse, or a real insurance agent, or a real receptionist any day, all day long. And we prefer professionals with great attitudes. So, pick that spirit of individual optimism when you get up each morning. In summary, on your potential career pathway into medicine, it's winding. You need a real mentor, not a bot. Not a machine-learned robot, not a virtual advisor, not an avatar, a real doctor. And they might write some thank you notes to colleagues who met with them, expressing their genuine appreciation. Even during the holidays, real doctors can give you advice from inside the profession. They've done it. They've made that pathway real, and they've traveled it. Medicine's highly competitive. Getting into medical school is going to be a big challenge. Get that expert advice from successful physicians inside the profession and the calling as experienced physician mentors. They've already succeeded in getting into the competitive medical schools and then into residency and fellowship programs of graduate medical education, that phase that follows medical school. So they'll give you the guidance to succeed in the game all the way along the way. That's what you're going to need, and that's what you'll benefit from. You're still in that process of deciding if you're going to continue to pursue that option and a long pathway to become a licensed practicing physician, fulfilling your career calling as a doctor. Check out mentoringdocs.com. Book a one-on-one, individualized consultation. You'll be glad that you did. I'll quickly and effectively share some step-by-step expertise that will help you as a pre-med student strengthen already a competitive application to get into a great med school. Your goals are going to be special and unique, different from everyone else's. That's what makes a personalized mentorship program so valuable. It's worth taking that time to craft a plan that's going to truly reflect your own individual interests and needs. Otherwise, you might get that one-size-fits-all type advice, and it's not going to be what you really need individually to succeed, to get that medical school acceptance. Your goals are unique and different from everyone else's, and that's what makes personalized mentorship coaching so valuable. I'll be posting some additional video sessions through the pre-med years. Hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell down below, share the video with your classmates and friends. And until then, stay well and study well.
So keep on learning, keep on growing, never lose your way. The future of medicine is brighter because of you today.